my name is Erin Page, and this is a visual aid of my grandfather, George Kaysen, and this is my audience for my commemorative speech.
Hi, I'm Wayne.
I'm Wade.
Mandy.
Lee. Sharon.
Okay, get started. Have you ever eaten outside on the downtown mall on a warm summer day? Or gone to the Charlottesville City Market on a Saturday morning to buy fresh produce or flowers? If you have done either of these things that is quintessential Charlottesville, then you can personally thank my grandfather, George Kaysen. I'm so excited to tell you today about a man that means so much to me. He was a forward thinker of his time. He instilled in me a strong work ethic and taught me that everyone deserves a second chance. Most importantly, he taught me to always stand up for what you believe in and what is right. George Albert Kaysen was born as the sixth son to my great-grandparents on October 3rd, 1931. But according to his Virginia driver's license, he was born in 1928. That's because all six of his brothers were in active branches of the military during World War II. He desperately wanted to prove that he was a man as well. So at age 13, he tried to enlist in the military. And of course, he was turned away. But that didn't stop him from trying again the next year when he was 14. But again, he was turned away. Finally, at 15 years old, when he was able to get a Virginia's driver's license, it was the perfect opportunity for him to reinvent himself as an 18-year-old. He was finally accepted into the United States Air Corps, where he served for 3 years. He was discharged from the military at 18 years old when they imposed a tax law on servicemen. In 1972, my grandfather ran for a public office position. One of his platforms was an open-air farmers market. He wanted a place where neighbors could gather and socialize, support local farmers, and have access to fresh fruits and vegetables. My grandfather didn't win the election that year, but the city did agree to let him start a farmer's market. Many of you may remember or have been to Miller's, a bar and restaurant on the downtown mall. It was the bar where Dave Matthews was a bartender. But before Dave Matthews got his famous start, late in the 1970s, it was owned by my grandfather, and it was a restaurant called The Muse. My grandfather argued with the city to extend his seating area to the outside. He had an idea that people could drink a cold beer or enjoy a meal while people watching. Since then, many restaurants have followed in the footsteps of the first outdoor cafe on the mall. One of my grandfather's many sayings is, first pay yourself, spend some, and then you always give some away. He has always had something to lend anyone that needed it. My grandfather has sold Christmas trees in Charlottesville for 15 years. Over 80 years. But this year marks the 15th year that my grandfather has given a portion of his proceeds to a local nonprofit called Meals on Wheels. Meals on Wheels services disabled or homebound community members and provides them with a hot meal and company. My grandfather has always gone out of his way to hire workers in need or who may have fallen on hard times. Because of this, he has been stolen from and at times taken advantage of, but it never stops him from seeing the good in people. He believes that everyone deserves a second chance. To many members of the community, my grandfather is a Charlottesville legend, but to our close family and friends, he is Pop. He He makes every grandchild feel like they are special and his favorite, even though most know secretly that it's me. He's living proof that fighting for what you believe in can make great things happen. He's known for his sense of humor and his kind heart. He has made our lives richer by always being present. He has made our community greater by his forward thinking. So if you walk around town and you happen to see George Kaysen, don't forget to tell him thank you.